very beautiful morning to you. It's exactly 33 minutes gone past 6 a.m. from the studio of Wales Radio 89.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio. We're reaching you live from Wales Broadcasting House along Alaafin Avenue, Oluyole Estate, Ibadan. It's another morning to have conversations centered around the growth of Nigeria. This morning on Perspectives Unlimited. Perspectives Unlimited is that platform where we go beyond the news to help you make sense of some of the stories across our various national dailies in a bid to keep you abreast about happenings around Nigeria and to make sure that everything and every conversation that concerns the growth of Nigeria is the business of every one of us. So together with the analyst in the studio this morning, we will be delving into our various national dailies and analyzing some stories across the national dailies. My name is Toluwaleke Alli, and we're currently live on Facebook and on YouTube. On Facebook, it's at Wales Radio 893 FM fan page, at Wales Radio 893 FM fan page. We're live on Facebook, and you can watch us live and also drop your comments as we go on the show this morning. And also on YouTube, we're live at Wales Radio 89.3 FM, at Wales Radio 89.3 FM. We'll take a look at some of the front pages across some of our national dailies this morning. On the front page of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper for this morning, above the masthead, ASU, federal government, reach agreement on 40% pay rise, autonomy, funding. And that's on page 10 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Osun, Adeleke's new party to be known before December 13. Adebayo emerges PDP candidate, and that's on page 2. On page 8, U.S. lawmakers meet on escalating violence in Nigeria. The lead story on the front page of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper for this morning, reps begin debate on state policing, other constitution review bills today. And it has a rider to vote on bills next Tuesday, Wednesday, before transmission to state assemblies. And that's on page 3 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Drama as Goje faults on parliamentary conduct of Akpabio colleagues. That's on page 4. Press freedom IPI blacklists IGP. 2 governors honors DG DSS. And that's on page 8 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper for this morning. And those are the stories on the front page for this morning. Moving on to the Punch newspaper now. PDP crisis. Makinde bloc issues Wike others expulsion certificates. And that's on page 3 with a pictorial image of Wike and Makinde just right beside that story. U.S. lawmakers, Nigerian reps hold fresh sessions over rising insecurity. And it has a rider. U.S. Congress committees hold joint session. Nigerian reps to discuss rising insecurity. Tinubu meets service chiefs. And that's on page 2. Adeleke shuns Osun PDP primary as Adebayo wins ticket. And that's on page 3. Federal government contractors launch fresh protest over 500 billion naira debt. And the story is on page 24 of the Punch newspaper for this morning. Yuletide, local flights break 300,000 naira mark. And that's on page 9. Also on the front page of the Punch newspaper for this morning. Marital dispute. Edo Assembly summons Tubaba's wife. And that's on page 4. Manpower shortfall may delay NSCD says VIP protection rollout. And the story is on page 2 of the Punch newspaper for this morning. Moving on to the Guardian newspaper now. Mba presents 1.62 trillion naira budget, lauds Tinubu's economic policies. And it has 3 riders. Projects 1.3 trillion naira capital expenditure, 321 billion naira recurrent expenditure. Education gets 32.27% as economic, social sectors lead sectoral allocations with 825.9 billion naira, 644.7 billion naira, respectively. Earmarks 20 billion naira for gratuities. The story begins on the front page and continues on page 25 of the Guardian newspaper. Chaotic Yuletide travels loom as 15 airlines face 65% capacity dip. That's on page 6. PDP deepens purge, issues expulsion certificates to Wike, Fayose, Anyanwu, others. And that's on page 6 of the Guardian newspaper. Tinubu meets security chiefs, nominates ex-CDS Musa as defense minister. That's on page 3. Contractors protest, disrupt ministry's activity over 760 billion naira debt. That can be found on page 16 of the Guardian newspaper. Reps probe missing 30 billion naira NSIPA fund, demand resumption of programs. And the story is on page 3 of the Guardian newspaper for this morning. And finally, to the Daily Trust newspaper, why Tinubu returned General Musa. The story begins on the front page and continues on pages 3 and 4 of the Daily Trust newspaper. Fire kills family of 5 in Katsina. That's on page 6. Constitution amendment. Reps to vote on state creation. Others December 10. And that's on page 11. Press freedom. IPI lists IGP. 2 governors in book of infamy. And the story is on page 24 of the Daily Trust newspaper. And finally, FCT Community School, where only 17 out of 136 pupils attend classes. That's on page 16. And those are the stories across some of the front pages of our national dailies this morning. All right, joining me in the studio this morning is our analyst, Chukwemeka Munachi. So good morning, Chukwemeka.
Good morning, Tolu.
All right, good to have you on the show this morning. Let's begin with the lead story on the front page of the Punch newspaper. U.S. lawmakers, Nigerian reps hold fresh sessions over rising insecurity. Committees of the United States Congress on Tuesday in Washington, D.C., held a joint brief over the ongoing kidnappings and the alleged persecution of Christians in Nigeria. The session was held at the instance of President Donald Trump, who earlier on October 31 instructed the House Appropriations Committee to investigate what he described as the slaughter of Christians in Nigeria and report their findings to the White House. Separately, the Nigerian House of Representatives will also today debate the state of security in the country. The Congress session, led by House Appropriations Vice Chair and National Security Subcommittee Chairman Mario Diaz-Balart, brought together members of the House Appropriations and the House Foreign Affairs Committees alongside religious freedom experts. Diaz began by briefing and describing global religious freedom as both a moral obligation and an essential American interest. And, just as this is also going on over there, right here in Nigeria as well, the House of Rep is getting ready to also deliberate on the issue of insecurity in Nigeria. But have we not left the stage of deliberations already at this point?
No, that's why I'm looking at you. You see, we are still deliberating. We are still debating. You see, there is nothing for us to debate, and there is nothing for us to deliberate on. We all know what is going on in our country, unless even the blind can see that Nigeria is under the canopy of bloodbath. Even the deaf can hear the sound of booming guns. There is nothing to deliberate upon. There's nothing to debate. The main thing is that to tell ourselves the truth, that look, Nigeria is not where it's supposed to be, which is a shame to those that manage the affairs of this country. And I thank God for America. You know why I'm thanking God? They are proving on daily basis they are truly is a country that is leading the world. Nothing stops them from turning their back on Nigeria and let us finish ourselves. But they don't want to do it. They just have, no matter what you accuse them of, they still want to preserve our humanity. They still have interest in saving lives, no matter what you say about that country. And that's why they call them God's own country. You understand what I'm saying? So they are everywhere. You may accuse them of coming for your oil. If you do the needful, will they come? Imagine if Nigeria is a land of peace and oasis of tranquility. Do you think America will come here? Do you think they'll be debating about, or do you think it's even a shame that a country that they are talking about us not in glowing terms, not in the superlatives, not in something that is worthy of praise? We are talking about killings, and here in Nigeria we are deliberating. Look, Tolu, we know our problem. There is no Nigerian leader who will say he doesn't know our problems. Remember, Oshiomhole told us something. He told Nigerians something about 2 months ago, that retired generals are behind solid minerals, illegal solid minerals mining. He said it. And don't forget, Tolu, that some of these problems we are having, they are all linked to illegal mining. They are not far from each other. Illegal mining is at the bottom of some of these things we are having in the north, because there is a lot going on in the north. And that's why the northern governors met and said, ban mining for 6 months. Why banning it for 6 months? Who are those giving certificates to mine solid minerals in the north? Who are the generals behind this? Why did the boys that have been working there all of a sudden procured arms and they are now fighting that they want to have their own share of the cake? Why is that solid minerals not brought to the table? Why is it that it's only oil that Nigeria is obsessed with, but we are not obsessed with the mining of our solid as minerals? If we are sincere in addressing the problem of insecurity in Nigeria, there are a lot of areas to look into, and our leaders know the truth. And the unfortunate thing is that they are not ready to address that truth. Look at what we are saying about deliberating on state policing. There is no federal system of government all over the world where you don't even have local government police. And we know that when we have local government police, we have state police. Some of these ugly things we are witnessing in Nigeria, we come to an end. But we don't want to go into the area of state police. But I'm happy that those who opposed state policing are now coming to support it. Because they have not seen that, look, the market is about to close. So everybody is running helter-skelter now. Let's have state police. Yes, the president must write the National Assembly. The National Assembly will now deliberate on it and pass everything to the state assemblies, because the necessary thing must be done. And state policing is the way to go. Not even only state policing, local government police also. Because when you enter into any local government, we know ourselves. Where I'm living right now, there's nobody in that environment who will say he doesn't know me. So imagine if we have local government police and I'm coming home in the night. Oh, they put their touch on my face. Oh, it's you. You know what I'm saying? They know me. And I know some of them. So I don't know why our leaders are shying away from what will prevent this bloodbath going on in our country. That's the big question. And now, let's wait and see what our House of Rep will come up with. But anything short of asking states to have their state police is just an exercise in futility.
All right. This is Perspectives Unlimited. If you're just joining us on Wales Radio 89.3 FM, and you can be a part of the conversation. We're live on Facebook right now at Wales Radio 893 FM fan page, at Wales Radio 893 FM fan page, and you can drop your comments right there, and we'll be sure to take your comments this morning. So drop your comments, and when it's time, of course, we'll also be opening the phone lines in a bit for you to join and be a part of the conversation. Now, let's still talking about insecurity. Senate to screen ex-CDS Musa for defense minister role today. And this is coming as the president yesterday nominated ex-CDS Christopher Musa as the defense minister following the resignation of the former defense minister. But I'll just take some of that story. As part of its strategic response to the country's security challenges, the Senate will screen the immediate past Chief of Defense Staff, CDS, General Christopher Gwabin Musa, retired, as the new Minister of Defense today. Senate leader Senator Okpeyemi Bamidele disclosed this in a statement by his Directorate on Media and Public Affairs. Musa's nomination followed the decision of former Minister of Defense Alhaji Mohammed Badaru to resign from his position due to what he ascribed to health issues. And consequently, President Bola Tinubu nominated the former defense chief as the new Minister of Defense via a letter transmitted to the President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, on Tuesday. And, according to the Senate leader, Okpeyemi Bamidele, said that the Senate is already in possession of the request of the President and the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces to screen the defense minister nominee today. And they say that they can't delay such requests because this is a crucial time in the history of our fatherland. Ex-CDS as defense minister.
Christopher Musa. You see what I'm saying, Tolu? When Badaru was appointed as to be in that position, what was the reason for appointing him? Number one, because he was a two-time governor of, I think, Jigawa State. Was that enough? Was that enough reason to put him there? And his tenure was awash with all sorts of as rhetorical sheets against most of the missteps that he did. He didn't know anything about. You see exactly what happened when Buhari. There was one man Buhari appointed as Minister of Education. The man said he didn't even know anything about education, and you put him there. You don't just put people in position where they have no background of what to do when they get to that position. What was the background of Badaru when they put him in that position? He didn't resign on health ground. The man was just a misfit for that position. He can't command the loyalty of the rank and file. They can't. So bringing CDS, General Christopher Musa, is the very good thing that the president has done. Honestly speaking, he has done a very good thing because there is this spirit of camaraderie among them. They have to relate. He knows the people. He knows what they want. Exactly, put him in that position so that the boys can relate with him because they all share the same frame of reference. But to bring in somebody outside that field and make him a minister, he will always look like an outsider looking inside. So the president has done the right thing by nominating General Christopher Musa. Let's see how it rolls. But for me, as a person, that's a very good decision. The man is, and I know he's going to bring his wealth of experience into, if his hands are not tied. Mind what I'm saying. If his hands are not tied, if he's allowed to do what he's supposed to do, then let's watch and see whether there will be an improvement in what we are witnessing in our country. But Badaru, with him leaving, is a very good thing for him to leave.
All right. The phone lines 0916-893-1000, 0916-893-1000, or 0915-333-4893, 0915-333-4893, or you can also call 0911 333-893, 0911 333-893. Let's move on to the Punch newspaper, where we have the story still talking about, the responses of the government to insecurity. Manpower shortfall may delay NSCDC's VIP protection rollout. It's a recall that the president recalled the police protocols following certain VIPs, and in replacement, the NSCDC is supposed to roll out VIP protections. But now, manpower shortfall may actually be the reason for the delay. The Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps is grappling with manpower gap as it prepares to take on an expanded role in a very important persons protection following the withdrawal of 11,566 police officers from escort duties, according to the Punch newspaper. Senior officials of the Corps confirmed that the agency is under pressure to meet the new demand despite having a specialized VIP protection unit. According to an insider, the NSCDC had begun reviewing its internal structure to determine how it could absorb the surge in VIP security responsibilities. Another officer conversing with the Corps tactics acknowledged the strain on the agency's workforce, noting that personnel shortages remained a key concern. How do we... so according to that officer, the Corps currently boasts of 63,000 personnel across the country. And now they have to provide protection to replace 11,566 police officers. And this is in addition to, other assignments that they have to do.
You see, Tolu, that is where proactive leadership comes in. You understand? Visionary leaders look ahead. They see beyond what people will see. You plan. The problem we have in Nigeria is the failure of leadership. Because we have leadership who do not look ahead. The only time our leadership look ahead is looking ahead to win election. They don't look ahead to know where are we taking this country to. There is a book I read, From Third World to First World, by Lee Kuan Yew of Singapore. When you read that book, Tolu, you will understand that leadership is not just standing behind the microphone and be talking nonsense. Leadership means that you will see what the people you are leading cannot see. You project into the future. You plan everything. You look at the youth. You look at the demography. You look at what is, where are we going to be in the next 5 years. But there is no continuity in Nigeria when it comes to leadership. Leaders will come, begin something, another group will come, start all over again. That's why Nigeria is full of wastages. This country is blessed, but we have messed up the country. We have money, but we waste it because there's no continuity. There's no blueprint on where we take Nigeria to. One party will come in, start building a supermarket. I'm giving an example. In a particular place. Another government will come and say, no, this place is not good for supermarket. We will build a railway station. Another group will come and say, the railway station, okay, we will demolish it and build a school. This is what we do in this country, and it's taking us to nowhere. This was what exactly happened during the fuel subsidy is gone. Go and check countries who removed fuel subsidy. Go and check how they prepare their citizens for the removal of fuel subsidy. Did we do that? We didn't do that. Look at what we came up to say. Remove all the police personnel following VIPs up and down. Did we plan for it? A proactive leadership will see ahead that, look, if with this insecurity we are having, is it not better we plan how to recruit more people into NCDSC, recruit more people, then after the recruitment, they go for training. Because you don't just recruit and send them to go and start providing security for VIPs. What will they do? Security is not just carrying baton, and you'll be carrying baton and carrying gun. That's why we have cases of accidental discharges all over the place, because they are not trained. You must train them psychologically. You must train them on human relations. There are so many areas where you train them before you unleash them to the people. But we don't do that here. Now, we have removed police personnel following VIPs all over the place. Now, NCDC doesn't have the manpower to fill the gap. That is where planning comes in. If you plan very well, you would have known that, look, the president is not supposed to know everything. He's not supposed to. He's one man. He has no monopoly of wisdom. But you gather around yourself people who will see what you don't see. You are not expected to. You don't have eyes all over your body. There are things, people around you, if they are sincere, bring people that are sincere around you, people who will want you to succeed, not people who are working for you to fail. Many people are working for the president to fail. You understand? Because you just put them there, believing that they are your friends, but they are undermining your capacity to perform. So if these things are done in a normal way where people, okay, the president has not seen this thing, let's tell the president that, if before you remove this police personnel, let us recruit young men and young women into this NCDC and let them go for training first. After training, and we are satisfied they are well trained, then we can remove the police, they can fill in the gap. That is the way it is done. But we didn't do any of these things. And we keep on making the same mistake every now and then in our choice of who comes in to work for us. We don't do that.
All right, so this is still Perspectives Unlimited on Wales Radio 89.3 FM. We're going to break now. Perspectives returns shortly.
89.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio. Christ Ambassadors International College is a private, co-educational Christian day and boarding school located at Alafin Avenue, Oluyole Estate, Ibadan. We offer a blend of Nigerian and British curricula designed to nurture global leaders with godly values, with world-class facilities, exciting co-curricular programs, exceptional pastoral care, and outstanding academic results. We ensure your child's dream becomes a reality. Our entrance examination for 2026-2027 academic session will hold on Saturday, 14th February 2026 at 8 a.m. For inquiries, please call 0704-530-8414 or 0814-177-2806 or visit www.alafinavenue.com ChristAmbassadorsCollege.com. Christ Ambassadors International College, nurturing global and godly scholars.
How long will it take you to confirm payment? I have been waiting for the past 1 hour. I'm so sorry. Our network is slow. I will just run out of data. Same excuse yesterday. It is unacceptable, please. You better switch to One Data Internet Service. One Data? Yes, One Data. One Data is an internet service provider with the best alternative and solution for unlimited speed. One Data provides fast and reliable internet service to organizations, homes, and places of interest in Nigeria. With One Data, you get to enjoy the premium internet service with dedicated unlimited internet speed at all times, 24/7 fantastic customer service and support, and you enjoy a 1-month free subscription when you make payment. Now is the time to say goodbye to downtimes. Sign up with One Data today on 0811 223 2671 or visit www.onedata.ng for more inquiries. One Data, unlimited speed.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Daddy, hear that music. Christmas is coming.
I can hear it too. Are you ready for this year's Christmas?
Only if I can meet for that Christmas for real. Not the cartoon, not the TV, but the real one.
So you want the real Father Christmas?
Yes, Daddy. The one that talks and laughs like ho ho ho.
Then get ready, because we are going somewhere special this year.
Where? Tell me now.
Yes, Father Christmas is here again. It's the Wells Radio 89.3 FM Father Christmas Fiesta 2025. 3 beautiful days of joy, color, laughter, and unforgettable family moments. Date 11th, 12th, and 13th December 2025. Time 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. daily. Venue Wells Radio 89.3 FM, Alafin Avenue, Oluyole Estate, Ibadan. Bring your children for a heartwarming Christmas experience. Fun activities, exciting games, beautiful memories, and loads of gifts to be won. Gate fee 4,000 naira only. Tickets are now available for sale. You can now book in advance ahead of the event days. To reserve your ticket, please call 0903 936 8185. Sponsored by Juniors International and Christ Ambassadors International Group of Schools, Zoe Specialist Mission Hospital, supported by Omoyo Property and Management Consult, Honeydew Restaurant, Oluyole, Ibadan, Chalk Boy, Comfort Kitchen, Alpha Photos, Challenge Ibadan, Jasper Creative, Big Apple Schools, Olukunle Junction, Ibadan, J Crown Stores, Orogun, Ibadan, Bamraj Food and Beverage Nigeria Limited, Leadway Victory School, Orogun, Ibadan, Olumes Dimes Plaza, Are Junction, Ibadan, Brunel Supermarket, Oluyole Estate, Friendly Top Filling Station, Oluyole Estate, and JP Ugochem Nigerian Enterprises. Wells Radio Father Christmas Fiesta 2025, where the fun of Christmas becomes real.
Daddy, I can't wait to tell him my story.
And he's ready to hear it, my love.
The Financial Services Regulation Coordinating Committee, FSRCC, in collaboration with the National Broadcasting Commission, NBC, wishes to draw the attention of the public to the activities of illegal financial operators, IFOs, which threaten public trust and the stability of the Nigerian financial system. The general public is hereby advised to refrain from dealing with unlicensed financial operators who deceive individuals with unrealistically high investment returns. Verify the licensing status of such schemes on these websites: www.cbn.gov.ng, www.nicom.gov.ng, www.pencom.gov.ng, www.sec.gov.ng, www.fsrcc.gov.ng. To report any suspicions of illicit financial activities, call CBN 0817-665-7060, 0707-338-4828, SEC 0209-462-1168. Announcer, FSRCC.
89.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio.
All right, welcome back. You can be a part of the conversation. The phone lines are 0916 893 1000, 0916 893 1000, or 0915 333 4893, 0915 333 4893. You can also call 0911 3333 893. Hello.
Good morning, West Radio.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, Mr. George calling you from Ologwe.
Welcome to the show, Mr. George.
Yeah, we thank God for the decisions of the president now concerning the issue of appointment of a minister for defense. When the EBS was removed from office, there was this rumor saying that he was removed because he resisted the issue of approaching those issue of militancy and what they call it. This issue of people saying that they should go and pay money to them in order to pacify the people who are terrorizing the country. I said, why should the president remove him because of that? But now we have come to see that the whole thing is now working towards taking care of the issue of this terrorism. It's the right decision that the president has just made now. Let that man be there, and they should allow him to perform. If they allow him to perform, because he has always been saying that there's no need for us going to negotiating with terrorists. So things will be working fine. The issue of shortage of personnel for NCDC, let us also wait until when we get to the bridge, we plan how to cross it. The VIPs, they are not more than the masses of this country who have been kidnapped and some killed. Let them plan on how to recruit more people. More people will like to join those force now because they are going to be used for a good job. Instead of carrying our children to join the army and take them to the terrorists who will just slaughter them anyhow. That is my decision this morning. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much for your contribution on the show this morning, Mr. George. You wanted to say something?
So before we went on that short break, we were talking about people telling the president the right thing. You know, when you want to succeed in your position, get people, not if people around you supports whatever you do all the time, you are in danger. But there must be one dissenting or two dissenting voices telling you, President, don't do this, But if everybody is agreeing with you, you have set up yourself for failure. There was a case in the scriptures and in Old Testament. One king wanted to go for war, and he was in alignment with another king, and the king was not sure. The king he brought in was not so sure of this war. He then asked him, "Bring your seers, people who see into the future, prophet or whatever. Let's ask them." He brought some people. All of them said, King, we saw you. You destroyed all your enemies completely. You wiped them off. This war, you can go. You will win. The other king was not so sure. He said, is there no other person in this place that we can make inquiry from? He said, there is one, but he doesn't always tell me the truth. Yeah, he doesn't always tell me. He doesn't always tell him what he wants to hear. He said, let's bring him. They brought him. The man said, if I'm serving a living God, and you go to this war, you will not come back. But if I'm not serving a living God, he told him exactly the truth. And the king said, put him in prison. When I come back, you can bring, they put the man in prison and they said they should give him bread and water. And the prophet said, if you ever come back from this war, then you know I'm not serving. He didn't come back. So we must always have, leadership must always have people who will see things differently. When you surround yourself with yes men, Man Fridays, people who will always be at your service all the time. They don't dissent with you. They don't disagree with you. For once, there's a problem. The president needs people who will tell him the situation of things in Nigeria. insecurity, who will do this work? This man, whether you like the man's face or not, like we are talking about this ambassadorial appointment now, Nigerians are saying a lot of things concerning some names that came up. The president must listen to Nigerians. He should not, his loyalty to him is not loyalty to Nigeria. No, he's not Nigeria. Nigeria is above the president. So people who are loyal to the country, not loyal to him, because you will rule and go. Nigeria remains. So that's why I say about this appointment of this
ambassador.
Yes, this Christopher Musa.
Okay,
yes, let's give him opportunity. That's why I said if he's not handcuffed, you can give somebody, you can appoint somebody, you can send a child to go and sell salt and command rain to fall. What do you think will happen? So if you are sending this man to tackle insecurity, please, we should not command rain to fall. We should allow the man to do his job the way he knows how to do it. And let's see whether there will be a change.
All right, let's move on to the Vanguard newspaper, where the internal issues with the PDP has taken a different turn as Wike, Fayose, 9 others get PDP expulsion certificates. And it has 3 riders. PDP insists expulsions are final. Certificates already sent out. Oshu Primary held as planned. Adeleke still an aspirant on ballot. That's according to Turaki. Party awaits formal notification from ex-governors Ikpeazu Gwanyi on ambassadorial nominations. People's Democratic Party PDP yesterday formally dispatched expulsion certificates to 11 prominent politicians, including former governors Nyesom Wike and Ayodele Fayose, in what the party described as a decisive move to sanitize its ranks ahead of the 2027 elections. The development was announced at a post-meeting briefing held after the PDP National Working Committee NWC session in Abuja. The national chairman, Kabiru Turaki, SAN, who addressed journalists, said the decision highlighted the party's resolve to enforce discipline and end prolonged internal sabotage. He said the briefing followed a review meeting with the new NWC held to assess party operations, ongoing primaries, legal disputes, and handover notes from the previous leadership. So, it is close that expulsion certificates had already been sent via courier services to the affected individuals, including Wike, Fayose, Senator Samuel Anyanwu, Umaru Bature, Kamaruddin Ajibade SAN, Abdurrahman Mohammed, Senator Mao Uhwabua, Austin Nwachukwu, Ibrahim Ama Nana, George Turner, and Dan Obi. He said they have been expelled and they remain expelled.
Tolu, when you are reading that thing, what came to my mind, PDP is a study in, I don't know how to describe what is going on in that party. Now, what they are doing right now is what they're supposed to do very long time ago, before it got to this level. And the other group expelled. I saw that expulsion certificate.
I saw it as well. It came online and it circulated.
Yes.
But do you not see the Wiki faction also doing the same thing?
I'm coming. They will do the same. That's what I'm saying. That's where I'm coming to. The other group will also issue their own certificate. You understand? And expel those who expel them. You understand? So they will issue their own certificate, expel the expellers. And so they have given us another thing in our political lexicon, expulsion, expelling the expellers. You understand? So PDP is a joke, and they are not ready to actually solve their internal problem. And they know where this problem started from. They understand. But they are not, what they are looking at is that, and I at times ask myself, is this the work of fifth columnist in the party? Who is after PDP? Who does not want this party to really stand as an opposition party? I don't understand. And many Nigerians are confused. And the way they are doing this thing now, that's why the likes of Adeleke is now saying, okay.
Hello.
George calling back.
Welcome back, sir.
Is it PDP that is a joke now, or is our laws and the people who are managing the laws that is now a joke? Can they allow this type of thing to be happening now when we are planning to make Nigeria good? These are the things. The laws of this country should be obeyed. If they have been obeying the laws, some of the people whom they are just expelling now would have long ago been expelled. That is how I see it. Thank you.
Okay, so
Thank you, sir.
so if you look at what is going on, yes, thank God for what this caller just said. We have to look at the judiciary also. You understand? Because of conflicting court as injunctions, pronouncements coming from here and there. If we want to build a country, Tolu, we have a lot of way to go. There are so many things we need to do in this country. And the way we are going, I ask myself, why should people, because it benefits you, you think that the country does not need overhauling? We need serious overhauling in this country. All aspects, everything, and that's why this constitutional review, is a jamboree. People going around, every dispensation, we have constitutional review. And because we spend a lot of money, we know that this thing, there's no constitution that is foolproof, that is 100% all right. But there are some areas in our constitution that we should look at because it's not making this country to be where we're supposed to be. Look at what's going on in our politics. Look at the way we form political parties. Look at the way we do our elections. You can rig election, you can rig yourself into power, but you cannot rig performance. It's not possible. Yes, you can rig to be where you want to be, but can you rig quality leadership? You can't rig it. It will be so obvious that you don't know what you are doing. Our politicians, do they truly love this country? Are they our party? Because if you look at what is going on in PDP right now, look at what's going on in Labour Party. Look at ADC now. Look, even APC is a lot of people will be thinking that all is well. All is not well, because every lizard is lying down. We don't know the one with stomach problem. There are internal wranglings which people may not be able to see right now. But the parties are not healthy because of the way they were formed, because of the character. Because there's no, without party discipline, without manifesto, without ethos of a particular party, you can't have what we call a political party. I keep saying it that we don't have political parties. Anybody can prove me wrong. What we have are a group of men and women who gather for the sake of collecting power. And when they collect the power, to your tents, O Israel, everywhere we scatter. Why? What is the essence of having a party where we cannot agree to disagree or disagree to agree? There's no reason. Look at PDP now. Look at what is happening to PDP. Look at as a Labour Party. Mention all the parties. Would we have political parties? That's the question we keep asking ourselves.
0916-893-1000, 0916-893-1000, or 0915-333-4893, 0915-333-4893. And you can also call 0911 333 893, 0911 333 893. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, the beautiful radio woman.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you very much, man. This is Benga Mario calling from Apata.
Welcome to the show, sir.
See, we can't keep on nailing the PDP for putting their house in chaos. Some people have to stand by to put it in order. I'm telling you. Because some years ago when PDP, when their house was in order, it was in chaos. It took Wike to stand firm. He was the only one that stood firm to put PDP in order. While other people why they were leaving, the man stood back. And now the tides has changed now. Shea Makinde he has bent on standing on his toes, on his feet, to ensure that the house is in order. So what they did, the letter of the service that they gave to those 9 individuals yesterday, I think is everything is tilted towards having a good and formidable PDP. Let me tell you, PDP they will still unite. They will still find their feet. It might only just take a little while. But if I want to say categorically that come 2027, PDP might not have a seat, they might not have a stand. But afterwards, you can tell. So some people have to stand back. So we cannot throw the baby away with the bathing water. PDP, they will still get their feet. You asked the question a while ago that whether PDP are still going to, the Wike faction, they are still going to serve their own letter as well as a form of retaliation. And that's mine, because they are going to do that as well. But after the storm, become calmness. And lastly, on the issue of, are you with me?
Yes, we are.
Yeah. Lastly, on the issue of ambassadorial and ministerial nominee, tell me one good thing Anita Kayode has done that has bettered a lot of this country, such that he'll be given such a juicy position. Reno Omokri, the man is unstable. Record that some years ago he was even saying that he could not even dare work with Tinubu if he's been given an offer. Wike said the same thing a while ago, some years ago. Now those are men of less, or let me say no integrity at all. And when you are having people like that in office, it shows that Mr. President is not getting it right. I'm talking about choosing those who will be representing Nigeria. Look at this guy, Femi Pedro. Femi Pedro is from Lagos. He was under PDP in the last governorship election in Lagos. And because he has lost twice, he came back to APC to join them, and now he's being given a ministerial nominee position. Tell me what has been the accident of Femi Pedro. So this thing is not just working. But the only thing I can praise Mr. President for is the nomination of the former CDS Musa. I think he, as his defense minister, that's a good one. So whenever Mr. President does what is good, we say it. And if he does something otherwise, we say it. But we can only pray for Nigeria that Nigeria will not fall and to continue to move forward in Jesus' name. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Agbenga Mario, for your contribution on the show this morning. 0916-893-1000, 0915-333-4893, or 0911-333-893. Okay, let's pick this one. Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. This is Boluwatife from Mukiayo.
Welcome to the show, Boluwatife.
Thank you. So what I want to say is, it's not new that a sitting president puts his friends and cronies on the ambassadorial list. But where is MC Nwomo? Why is he not on the ambassadorial list? Please, President Bola Tinubu, help us put him. Then number two, as a PDP, if they really want to right their wrongs, they need to go back and all those start from the G5, including Governor Shemakinde, and expel all of them. And then they now start with the Fayose and Co. That's when you know that they're actually doing a purge. That's what I want to say. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for your contribution on the show this morning, Boluwatife. All right. On Facebook, Adebayo Timila Itimoni, thank you so much. Adidamola Okunlola says, a beautiful morning to you in the studio. As regards the crisis in the PDP, I hope before the 2027 election, the party would not have gone into extinction with the way people are defecting from the party. I hope the party can find a permanent solution to its crisis. All right. Suleiman Sharif says, good morning and kudos to everyone in the studio. Congratulations to Wike, others, and their family. An expulsion certificate is an additional qualification. I hope they will update their CV, issuing a historical certificate to Wike and others, and they will all show it to their children and generation yet unborn. This beautiful certificate that when they were planning to jeopardize our historical democracy inheritance in our dear country. It said it's a bold step taken by the new leadership of the PDP at the national level for issuing certificates of expulsion to Wike and others. Good riddance. The PDP former chairman tolerated them so much and they created lots of havoc. They should freely move to APC now and allow peace in PDP. They have already pledged their loyalty to President Tinubu APC-led government. All right. Thank you so much for your comments. We have to go now.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me, Tolu.
All right. Thank you so much to everyone who has been a part of the show today. As I would always say, the conversation about the growth of Nigeria concerns you and I. And whatever it is that you do, wherever you find yourself, always ensure that you put Nigeria out there in good light. God bless you. God bless Nigeria. I am Toluwaleke Alli.
FM, your preferred wholesome radio.
Please listen to this important information. The views expressed by the interviewee in this program are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views or opinions of Wells Radio 89.3 FM or its affiliated entities. Wells Radio 89.3 FM is committed to providing a platform for diverse perspectives and opinions, and the views expressed by guests on our programs are their personal viewpoints. Wells Radio 89.3 FM does not endorse or take responsibility for the content or opinions expressed by individual interviewees and callers. Thank you.